On today's episode of Rhonda Britton TV, I'm taking Mary down to the beach. Not for any normal beach day. I've got hidden cameras and a whole camera team ready. And Mary has absolutely no idea what I'm about to do. As I'm leading her down to the beach, she has zero clue that I'm about to show her that it's her imperfections that really make her beautiful. That it's the art of humanity that makes us all perfect. So sit back and enjoy as Mary goes through this emotional transformation right before your eyes as she starts to understand that it is her imperfections that give her her beauty.
All right, so Mary, I wanted to do something with you today because I think it's really, really important to free ourselves from anything that's holding us back, okay? And I know you want to be free from anything holding you back,
yes.
Right? Because you're a free spirit, right?
Right.
Right?
Yes.
And so are you ready to kind of like get rid of all those things that you think are not perfect about you and let go of all those things that aren't right about you and let go of all the things that the dreams that you had that you thought would happen? Are you ready to let all of that go?
Yes.
You are? Yep. Okay, great. Yep. So what I'd like you to do is turn around and this is your new best friend, okay? Yeah. And so what I want you to do is we are going to use her as stand-in for you, right? And what I'd like you to do is I want you to take one of these markers, and you can use as many colors as you want, right? And I want you to write on her the things that you want to let go of, all those imperfections, all those things that don't serve you anymore, all those negative thoughts, everything that doesn't work for you. I want you to write it all down on her.
Okay.
Anywhere. And then I want you to say them out loud when you do it.
I feel used a lot.
You feel used a lot?
Yeah. Used a lot.
How do you feel used?
By people that I think are my friends, and then sometimes people will say it's hard to be my friend because they don't use the word needy, it's just I don't know.
So do you want to write it's hard to be your friend?
Yeah.
Or do you want to write needy down? Or do you want to write taken advantage of?
Yeah. I think I'll write hard to be my friend and needy. Of real love and commitment because I don't want to lose someone.
Because you already did.
Yeah. So.
And who did you lose?
I lost my husband, and
how did you lose your husband?
He died on September 11th in the World Trade Center, and he was at Windows on the World, and he was a waiter, and he died that day. And I loved him so much, and I still, it's hard for me to get over it. Because he was like really the only person who ever I felt really loved me. So he actually was crazy about me, and I couldn't figure out why.
Because what could happen?
He died.
That's right. And now you invested again. Really?
Yeah.
Exactly. So you want to write afraid to invest in love?
Look at this for a minute. And, you know, what do we want to do with our pain? What do we want to do with our past? Do we want to keep on being like, yeah, this is my pain, this is my past? Or do we want to do something with it and make something of it?
Yeah, I want to learn from it.
You want to learn from it?
Yeah.
So when you learn from something, what are you really creating with your life?
It's like a new opportunity, an opening.
You're creating new opportunities. You're creating art, right? You know, you've heard me say the art of humanity. You know, we're all just living our lives, right? We're all just feeling, you know, no social skills. We're all feeling hurt. We're all feeling shy, right? We're all feeling four eyes, right? We're feeling all these things, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm told.
That's what you're.
When
yeah.
I see people, I don't see that.
You
in
don't
them.
see it, do you?
No, I only see it
Okay,
in
so
myself.
if this was you know, me.
Yeah.
If this is me, because this is, you know, I felt these things. I have four eyes. I had to get glasses when I was 10 years old. I was shy, right? I was a lot of these things that you're saying, being taken advantage of. I did all these. So if you were talking to me, and this is me, what would you tell me about all these things?
It's not true. It's not you.
It's not me.
Yeah.
What would you say to me? What would you say to me?
I would say that
I'm gonna make some
you
art out of this.
are
I'm gonna make some art.
okay. You are not any of these things, and
Yeah,
you're special, and you're yourself, and
that's right. And you're unique because of all these things.
right.
Okay, so go ahead. Make me unique. Make you unique. Make
With
you
just the one
unique.
color?
Oh, you have all these
Oh,
colors.
okay.
You have all these colors.
Yeah.
Because don't you have to decide what to do with all these? You have to decide to make art out of it. You have to decide to create a life. You have to decide to own your humanity. You have to decide, yeah, you have all these things. You have all these imperfections. That's right, you have all these imperfections. Yeah, you got four eyes. Yeah, you've been hurt. Yep, got all these things.
Yeah.
And either you can keep on opening those up and saying, I'm flawed, I'm flawed, I'm flawed, or you can make art from it. You can create a different vision of your imperfections.
Yeah. I think it's okay to be different, and I always say, like, I'm not afraid to be weird. Like,
Right.
Weird is okay.
Yeah,
So I don't want to be like everyone else.
great. We'll make Weird It Up. Weird It Up. I mean, you know, what would you do if you wanted to create this art piece? And this is you, and you're choosing to make something of your imperfections.
Tell me how it feels to be creating art from your imperfections, all your challenges and problems and things that you think are wrong with you.
It feels a lot, very freeing, and I'm still shaking, but I feel good, and I can see, like, what you're saying is not. No one's perfect, so it's okay to be flawed.
Isn't it kind
Fear
of
and letting you
yeah,
go, and
yeah, like embracing.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
to me, this is about creating art from your flaws, right?
Mhm.
Because when you
Yeah.
can do that, then
Do you ever do anything really wrong or bad? Or, I mean, when you really get that your flaws are just part of our humanity, that we all have them, then doesn't anything that we try to do that isn't perfect, isn't that just part of being human?
Yeah.
And how much more freedom would that give you if you actually lived by that?
It would be enormous. Like, I would be doing everything that I always wanted to, but never felt that I could because of fear and doubt and lack and just unkind words from other people. And I wouldn't let anyone stop me in my tracks. You know, just keep focused on what I want.
Yeah.
And go for it. And
Yeah. Well, how about if you just decide that every time you hit a quote-unquote flaw or anybody says anything to you, I want you to remember this moment and how you create art out of flaws. Like, this is the truth.
Yeah.
This is the truth. Our beauty comes from our flaws. Our beauty does not come from our perfection. Our adorableness, our sweetness, our compassion. You wouldn't have to have any compassion if you didn't hurt, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't have to get aware if you didn't get betrayed, right? So what if you started seeing every time you thought of a flaw, or anytime you thought of like, I'm getting defensive or I'm feeling hurt, what if you had this image in your mind? Like, what would that do for you?
I would just smile, I think, and kind of laugh at it because it took so many years to build up these words and just a few minutes to turn it into something beautiful. So, yeah, it's actually inspiring because I love art and I'm an artist, and I just turned everything upside down just now. I flipped it. I love to look at it that way.
Congratulations, you just did.
I love being different, so it's not so bad after all.